Dear students, in part 1 of quadratic equations, we have discussed what are quadratic equations and one method of solving the quadratic equations. That was by factorization. Now today, in part 2 of quadratic equations, we will discuss some other methods of finding the roots or the values of the quadratic equations. First, I'll tell you the method of completing the squares. And from that method, in general, we arrive at the formula, quadratic formula. We arrive at quadratic formula. Then we'll solve questions based on quadratic formula. Now, the standard form of writing the quadratic equation is if you arrange the terms in the ascending order or descending order of the degrees from highest to the lowest, and the highest degree should be 2, then in that way we get the quadratic equation in standard form. For example, if I write ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, so this is the standard form of the quadratic equation. If we write bx plus ax square plus c equal to 0, then this is not the standard form. So let us begin with the second method, that is by completing the squares. So let us discuss now solutions of quadratic equations by completing the squares. For this, let us take a quadratic equation 5x square minus 6x minus 2 equal to 0. Minus 6x minus 2 equal to 0. Now, to complete the squares, let us multiply by 5. We get 25x square minus 30x minus 10 equal to 0. And if right hand side is multiplied by 5, it will be 0. Both the sides we have multiplied by 5. Now, 25x square can be written as 5x whole square, right? 25x square can be written as 5x whole square, and this we can write it as 2 into 5x into, now we need 30x here. So 2 5s are 10, 10x we have, and 10 into 3 is 30. So we will have into 3. We can write it as 2 into 5x into 3. Now here we are adding 3 square and subtracting 3 square minus 10 equal to 0. I'll tell you why we have done this. Now this will be equal to 5x whole square minus, or we can write it as 5x minus 3 whole square. 5x minus 3 whole square, which will give us, when you open this whole square, you get 5x whole square minus 2 3s are 6, 6 5s are 38, this term, and plus 3 whole square we have. So in order to make this whole square, we needed plus 3 whole square. So when we are adding something to this equation, we have to subtract the same thing. When you are adding something to an equation, we have to subtract the same thing so that the equation does not change. So in order to complete the square, we needed 3 square. So we have subtracted 3 square and minus 10 is as it is. So 5x minus 3 whole square minus 9 minus 10 equal to 0. Or 5x minus 3 whole square minus 19 equal to 0. Or 5x minus 3 whole square equal to 19. Or we can write 5x minus 3 will be equal to under root of 19 with a plus and minus sign. Plus minus under root 19. We have removed the square here, so this will become root 19. Now 5x equal to 3 plus minus root 19, or x equal to 3 plus minus root 19 by 5. So the roots we have obtained by completing the squares. One root is x equal to 3 plus root 19 by 5, and other will be 3 minus root 19 by 5. One is 3 plus root 19 by 5. The other will be 3 minus root 19 by 5. So we have discussed the method of finding the roots by completing the squares. Now from this, let us obtain quadratic formula. Now if we have a quadratic equation, ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Now let us divide this quadratic equation by a. So we have x square plus b by ax plus c by a equal to 0. Now let us write it as x plus b by 2a whole square. X plus b by 2a whole square. Now if we open it, we will get x square plus 2ab. So 2 into x into b by 2a. If you cancel it, you get bx by 2a, which is bx by a, which is our middle term here. And plus the other term whole square, that is b square by 2a, b by 2a whole square. So we have this middle term here. Now what we have to do in order to get the previous equation, we are subtracting minus b by 2a whole square. We have added, we have extra this plus b by 2a whole square here, the third term. So we have subtracted the same thing, plus c by a equal to 0. Now if you solve this equation, you will get this on solving. Now this all we have done to complete the square. This will be equal to x plus b by 2a whole square. Now you have minus b square by 4a square plus c by a equal to 0. Now this will be x plus, further we let us solve it, x plus b by 2a whole square minus, let us take the LCM here, 4a square will be the LCM, b square minus 4ac. equal to 0. Now let us write this first term as it is. Now this will be, let us transfer this term to the right hand side. So this will be equal to b square minus 4ac upon 4a square. b square minus 4ac upon 4a square. Now let us remove this square here. So when you remove this square, you will get x plus b by 2a equal to plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon under root 4a square. Since we have removed the square from the left hand side, so here we will have root. So this will be equal to, let us see what we get, x plus b by 2a, or x will be equal to minus b by 2a plus minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. X will be equal to minus b by 2a. This we are again transferring to the right hand side. So we have minus b by 2a plus minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now this will be equal to, take the LCM, 2a minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac. X equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac, and this is nothing but the quadratic formula, in which one root is x equal to minus b plus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a, and the second root is x equal to minus b minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. These are the roots with the help of quadratic formula. Now here, let me tell you one thing, that this b square minus 4ac is called the discriminant. b square minus 4ac is called the discriminant. b square minus, so we can also write this as x equal to minus b plus root b upon 2a, and x equal to minus b minus root d upon 2a. In this case, if you find the discriminant first, then the roots in terms of discriminant will be x equal to minus b plus root d by 2a and x equal to minus b minus root d by 2a. Now, we have, by looking at the discriminant, we can say that what types of roots the equation will have. There are three conditions. First, if d is greater than or 0. So the roots are distinct and real and distinct. Real and distinct. We have two roots, they will be real but different. Second case is if d equal to 0, then the roots are real and equal. Both the roots will be same. Why? Because roots will simply be, if d is 0, d is 0, d is 0, you will have only the roots minus b by 2a, and this will also be minus b by 2a. So both the roots will be same if the discriminant is equal to 0. And the third condition is if d is less than 0. when you find b square minus 4ac and then that comes out to be negative, then in that case the roots, no real roots we have. The roots are imaginary. We don't have real roots. In their case, we simply leave the equation by saying that the roots are imaginary and we cannot find the roots in that case. So if in these two cases only we will find the roots. So we have discussed the nature of the roots. Now one more thing is left in this chapter, and that is how to form a quadratic equation if the roots are given. If alpha and beta are the roots of the quadratic equation, if alpha, beta are the roots of the quadratic equation, and we have to find the quadratic equation if we are given the roots of the quadratic equation. So the formula for that is x square minus sum of the roots times x plus product of the roots. This is the formula for finding the quadratic equation. If we are given the two roots and we have to find the quadratic equation whose roots are given, then x square minus sum of the roots times x plus product of the roots. Now here x square, alpha and beta are the roots, minus alpha plus beta times x plus alpha beta. Now let me take one example of this. If we are given that the roots of the quadratic equation are 2 and 3. If alpha is 2 and beta is 3. So we will find sum of the roots first. Sum of the roots will be equal to 2 plus 3 equal to 5. Now we will find the product of the roots. Product of the roots will be equal to 2 into 3 equal to 6. So the quadratic equation will be x square minus sum of the roots times x plus product of the roots. So if the roots of the quadratic equation are given, so we can find the quadratic equation. So we have discussed quadratic equations, standard form of quadratic equations, solution of quadratic equations by factorization method, with solutions of quadratic equations by completing the square, and then we obtain the quadratic formula, and the nature of the roots. We have discussed that roots will be, if the discriminant is greater than 0, roots will be real and distinct. If discriminant is equal to 0, roots will be real and equal, and if discriminant is negative, the roots are imaginary. And finally, we discussed the formula for finding the quadratic equation if the roots are given, and that is x square minus the sum of the roots times x plus product of the roots. Thank you.